Live. So let me make sure that it says
there it is.
It says it's scheduled for 12:24 a.m. I have no idea why.
8:24, yeah. I got 8:24 p.m.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but you can go live whenever you want, right?
Well, what does it say on your? Does it say an upcoming event?
Well, I'm 3 hours late. Oh, here we go. We're live.
Yay! There we are. I see it. One person watching. Hi, one person. Welcome. Okay, so let's just hang out here for a second while see if we can see.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Jessica's going to interview me and expose the real me, which is going to be useful because I don't know who I am.
Market Scraper, what's going on? He said, hey, guys. Hey. So, Warren, I'm trying to think, are you able? Oh, you'll be able to see the chat.
I wasn't planning on looking at the chat. I can't.
No, you don't need to see the chat. Oh my gosh, we've already got 11 people. Warren, you're bringing them in like troves.
I'm huge.
You're huge. Warren's audio is a little low. Okay, so that's because it's my fault. Hi. Okay, how can I fix that? Can you,
I can turn up the gain on my mic.
Could you do that? Because when I do it.
I did. How's that?
Oh.
Is that better or worse?
What do you guys think? I think that's probably better. Aggie Zach, what do you think? Warren, will you just tell me?
Hello, this is Warren Redlich. How are you guys doing?
Will you do your, we're in, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Can you see the audio monitor on OBS? Does it show you?
Yeah, I don't have it. So what's happening is it's not going through my computer. It's playing from my computer to my microphone, which is sitting right here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Warren sounds like he's using a phone. Well, phone mic or something. Yeah, guys, that's my problem. I don't know really how else to.
Really, Jeff.
Oh my God, this is funny. Okay, sweet. Hello, everybody. Hello, Blastrophy, Aggie Zach. That's the issue.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Buona notte.
What's that mean?
Italian for good night? I don't know.
Oh, you know, I don't know. You do know that.
Konbanwa. Konbanwa is Japanese for good evening.
All right, so.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. That means hi, like flirty hi, right, in French?
Hi.
I'm
not known for being flirty, so I can't comment on that.
What's up, Brian S? Yo. Aggie Zach said, getting better. Market Scraper says, love your channels. Is it Mammy or Mommy? I never pronounce. Ola Istanbul, Turkey. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Had to burp. We got 17 people here. Awesome. I am so excited.
I'm going to add that to my live streams.
What?
Excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp.
Do you know how many times I do that in like one live stream? Like at least twice every time. It's different. I feel like, yeah. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Hey. Let me just send out. Let's see here. All right, so we're hanging out here. There's no formal conversation, but I'm obviously here with the Warren Redlich, the man. This is Warren. He has a channel. It's titled Critical Enthusiasm. That's his Mars landing shirt. Show it again.
I don't think you can buy this one anymore. I think I took this one down.
Why? That's Starship.
No one bought it. No, when you set up your store for T-shirts,
yeah,
you got to look at what sells and what doesn't sell. And if a shirt doesn't sell, you got to take it down because it's distracting from the shirts that do sell.
When's the last time you wore that T-shirt? Just curious.
I wear it like on my channel.
Yeah, that specific one. Was it sitting in a closet somewhere?
No.
Because there's a little bit of dust on the shoulders. I'm not joking. See it? There we go. Brush your shoulders off. Literally. And did you see it though?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. But it really did go away, and that just worked out because you were brushing your shoulders off because you're Warren Redlich. Heath B says, what's up, Warren? Tesla to the moon.
Hello.
With a little spaceship. Bonsoir, says non-fam.
Yeah, this is an image from... I take images and modify them to make them my own and put text on them, and sometimes I just do text images, so...
I love it. I love his shirts. He's got a lot of Team Elon shirts. I'm going to show my shirt, which is not something I designed. It's Elon Musk,
I've heard of
obviously.
him.
Yeah, I think I know him. So there's
He's a
26,
dude.
26 people here. So if I pronounce your name incorrectly, please correct me with a phonetic spelling if you don't mind. We've got Equanimity. Good evening, Tesla gangsters, is what he said. I don't know how many people are going to come in from your subscriber base, but I'm really excited to have you here. Brian S. Burp, 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 burp. Blastrophy. Burp, 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 burp. Okay, so multi-stream. So, where were the shorts today? Why was there not covering? Okay, so we are going to talk about, first of all, hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Jessica Kirsh here. I'm assuming that a lot of these people are my subscribers, but if you are not a subscriber of mine, I wanted to introduce myself. I am a member of the Twitter sphere community. That's how I met Warren. I met him also through like the YouTube community, Clubhouse. Sometimes I forget to breathe when I'm live streaming. Do you ever do that, Warren? No, he's like, no, I'm good.
But I have a lot of issues, but I don't think that's one of them.
Okay, so yeah, we are here today, and just subscribed. Thank you so much. Woo woo, subscriber! Everyone counts. So Warren is he has a YouTube channel called Critical Enthusiasm. I actually just made a bit.ly link, bit.ly, and I put it in the description. So go over check out his channel. He's just under 52,000 subscribers.
By the time you see this, it could be over 52,000.
You just said hello.
Later.
Yes, he's in the chat. He's double tasking.
I'm in the YouTube chat.
I love it. So cool. Hello, beautiful people, says, I always pronounce this incorrectly. Nyali Anderson. I can picture your face on Twitter. You're in the UK and you are like 18 years old or 19 or 20. Blonde hair, I can picture you. So thank you so much for hanging out. So this is very casual. We're going to maybe not talk about stocks as much, but I just kind of wanted to debunk Warren because, hi, Howard Lerner. Hello, welcome to the stream. We have Janaka. Hello, all. Hello. And let's see. Oh, there we go. He can answer. Okay, so Warren, let me just give you my first impressions of when I met Warren.
Uh-oh.
I've already told you. I believe, but yeah. So my first impression of Warren was, how are you also in the chat, says Market Scraper. It's magic. Was that he's a pompous jerk. That's what I thought.
I thought she was right. I don't know why she's upset about that. The purpose of this video is because Jessica wants to persuade herself that she's wrong about that. And I want to persuade her that she's right about that.
So I want to show, I felt like there was, so I reached out to Warren maybe like a week or two after like first hearing him speak on Clubhouse when I was like, whoa, this guy is like, wow, he's a lot. And I'm a lot, like I'm a lot. So when I heard him, I was like, wow, taken aback. And so I reached out to him in DMs and I just asked something because I just wasn't sure, but I am 50% Ashkenazi Jewish. I found out from my 23andMe DNA test, whatever. If anybody's done that before, let us know in the chat. What's up, Omato? You're in trouble, Warren. I love it. Thank you guys so much for jumping in the chat. Deep trouble. Nice. So I found out, I know that I'm Jewish and I'm trying to learn more about my dad, right? And for some reason I had an inkling that maybe Warren was Jewish. Ding, 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 ding. I reached out, asked if he was Jewish, and what did you respond with? You said...
I probably said your Judar was working.
Yes. That's exactly what he said.
See, you're only half, so your Judar doesn't know his word. I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew, so my Judar works really well.
And I'm pretty sure that you said you're Jewish because you were bar mitzvah or bar mitzvah for male? Bar. You were forced to bar mitzvah.
Yes, absolutely.
But you identify...
unpleasant.
You identify more as something else. I forget what you said.
An Irish... I don't know. I identify... I prefer to be in an Irish pub.
Yeah. Something like that. Which told me that, and I should preface that I'm the youngest of 7, okay? So I've got 4 older half-siblings who are from my father's first marriage. My father was 20 years older than my mom, so they are, I think the youngest he just turned 52, 53, and three of the 4 older ones plus a nephew are all lawyers. And they are Jewish, and I just, for some reason, have always associated lawyers, and I don't know why. I just think of my siblings as how they're all lawyers. They have an adoption firm, adoption attorneys. Warren's audio is low. Yeah, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's my fault.
I'll speak louder.
Yeah, where is your mic?
It's right here.
Oh, can you talk into it like this? I had the same one. Look, matchy, Warren.
Blue Yeti?
We're twinning, except mine's silver.
Is this better?
Yes, if you can talk lower.
Is this better?
Can hardly hear Warren. Boo.
Hello.
You gotta let those pipes come out. So anyways, long story short, I found out that he was Jewish, and I said, okay, and he was a lawyer. And so it opened my perspective up to, okay, he seems like he's got a kind heart, and maybe there's a soft side there. And he definitely opened up to that as I shared a little bit about my dad and how I had read his eulogy on Father's Day and blah, 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 blah. So I think that there's a soft side to Warren. What do you guys think? Anybody in the chat? You guys think there's a soft side to Warren, or do you think he's just like, rah, like zombie? Look at him. He's sitting there like. So that's where this came from.
I'm just worried you're going to ruin my reputation as a hard ass.
Hold on, let me eye roll. Ready? Was that a good one? Was that a good eye roll?
Excellent.
No soft side, says Mac 15. Soft as a teddy bear, says Brian S. I love it. So I just wanted to ask him some questions. So Warren, you've done quite a few things in your life, like a lot. Like you sent me a bio, and I was expecting like a paragraph, and he sent me like a couple of pages of all the things.
Old. Because I'm old.
No, that doesn't mean that you're old. It means you've done a lot. Omato, yes. Yay. Happy to see this chill version of Warren. Yay.
Very chill.
I love it. So, hope you don't mind, Warren. I love it. Hold on, one more. I had to burp again. For everybody, I'm drinking a Red Bull, and it makes me burp. So, yeah. Hi, I'm Jessica Kirsh, and I sometimes burp on live streams. Not into the mic, though. So
it's better than farting.
It's better than farting. Ew, that would be really gross, but I guess that probably happens, huh? Okay, so you live in Florida now, but you grew up in New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There was a brief stint in Wisconsin, but we got out of there.
Oh, Wisconsin. So I'm from Indiana and Midwest. It's cold. Wisconsin's obviously a lot further.
Wisconsin's colder.
Wisconsin's really cold. What part of Wisconsin?
Madison.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what took you to Wisconsin?
My parents, over my objection.
Oh, okay.
My father was a professor at University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Oh, what did he teach?
Law. He was a law professor.
Okay, so there we go. There's another example. Typically, I feel that lawyers, this is a very hasty generalization by Jessica Kirsh herself. Lawyers typically become lawyers because their father or their mother, or perhaps both, are lawyers. And so they kind of pushed them into it. Maybe not pushed them, but
my dad pushed.
Okay, there we go.
I resisted.
Yeah?
Yes, I went to grad school for 3 years to avoid becoming a lawyer.
Yeah, and then you went to law school after that, right?
After law school, I went to Japan for a year to avoid becoming a lawyer.
Yes, you said you were teaching English in Japan?
Yes.
So that's cool. What was that like?
It was a great time. I loved it. Japan's a wonderful place. It's a lot of fun.
Do you guys know any of this about Warren?
I highly recommend people go to Japan and visit when they let Americans in, which I don't think they are right now.
What part of Japan?
I lived in Hiroshima. I stayed for the first month in a city called Kitakyushu,
Okay.
which means North Kyushu.
Okay.
And then I lived in Hiroshima, Japan, which is more famous for being nuked. It's a
Hiroshima.
little
Oh
known
my God.
fact that Kitakyushu was the primary target of the Nagasaki bomb.
Did you guys know this?
It was cloudy,
Guys
so
and
they went
gals?
to Nagasaki instead.
Henry Abanto says, "Hi, Warren." Warren is
up?
hardship lawyer cat, I think. Oh yeah, that's right. You can see it on your end. Jenry Ball. He's one of those toxic Tesla types. Which I think that. What do you think about? Nah, we don't. Let's not touch on that right now. Let's keep moving on debunking Warren. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so you went to Japan and then you came back and you had already gone to law school, or you went after.
I went to law school, and when I graduated, there were very few jobs for lawyers. It was like a bad year to graduate to find jobs. And I had already been thinking about going to Japan to find something to do. And I had a friend in Japan who invited me to come stay with him while I looked for a job. He lived in Kitakyushu. That's why I was in Kitakyushu for a year.
Can you turn your microphone up just a little bit more, please?
It's as up as it can go.
Okay. All right. It's just my end. All right. Continue.
So I stayed with my friend in Kitakyushu, Japan, a place called Tobataku. If Beniko probably can understand Tobataku, and Beniko is watching. And I found a job in Hiroshima, Japan, and I lived. Can't remember the name of the station I lived near, but I lived near downtown Hiroshima, Japan, and taught in a bunch of different locations for a year. And then for some reason, my fiance thought I should come home for the wedding. I thought that was very demanding, but I came home for the wedding.
So you met your fiance. Is she your wife now?
Yes, in law school.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's really cute.
I don't know if that's.
Is she a lawyer too?
I think your cute meter is off. She was a lawyer. She retired.
Well, my Jew lawyer wasn't off, so maybe my cute lawyer isn't off either.
Judar.
Judar. Oh yeah, Judar. What did I call it? Something.
Jew lawyer.
Jew lawyer.
Jew lawyer.
This is my second live stream of the day. I'm going to start slurring my speech here shortly. Lordar. Japan is a beautiful place. Yeah. Okay, so you met your wife. You met your she was your fiance. You came back. She retired. How long ago did she retire from a lawyer?
Well, we moved to Florida in 2011, so it was sometime after.
So 9 years ago, or almost.
She was only a New York lawyer. I'm about to retire as a New York lawyer, but I'm still a Florida lawyer.
Okay. All right. And you are personal injury?
Yes.
Okay. So you're about to retire as a Florida lawyer is what you said. Or New York lawyer. Tell me again. Come again, Warren.
I live in Florida, and I've lived in Florida for about 10 years, and I do very little work in New York, and I don't want to do the continuing legal education to meet the New York standard. Is
Warren using headphone mic and not mic on desk? I honestly think it's on my end, everybody. We're going to... Oh, no, it's not just your end. Warren's audio is not clear and somewhat different.
That's because you're feeding the sound through your microphone, right?
Yeah, it's definitely on my end. So it's coming from my computer, my iMac computer, underneath to the tip of my microphone. So yeah, it's my end. How do I fix it? It's fine. All right, so it's just going to be like this. The next stream that I do with Warren. See? Speech slurring.
I identify as Lauren.
Lauren Warren is going to be... The audio is going to be so crisp and clean. It's going to blow your freaking face off. Okay, so let's just... we're starting here with the audio. Next time it's going to be like top notch, right, Warren? Right, Lauren? Warren. Okay. So you've got daughters.
Yes.
You're a girl dad.
Yes, I am girl dad.
What's that like? What's it like to be a girl dad?
I don't know what it's like to be a boy dad, so I can't really...
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. I knew he was going to say that.
I have two very well-behaved young daughters. Well, they're not that young. One is in college and one is in high school. They are very well-behaved. Their mother was very good with them. I think I've been very good with them.
Are you strict?
I don't think so.
Are you mean?
We didn't need to be strict. The only thing where I was tough was on math. I'm very, very math focused, and I pushed my kids in math, and so far that's worked out really well. and I mostly didn't push them on anything else. My wife was very good at getting them to learn to read, and I helped. But my wife drove the reading side, and I drove the math side. And
So you wanted them to be really good at
there's
math.
a theory here from Market Scraper that I was kind of thinking. If we're both sharing the same mic, maybe if the mic was further from your mouth but closer to my mic, whatever you're using to pipe in my sound, then it would be more even.
I could turn up my gain, but you guys are not going to like what I sound like. Trust me.
No, it's not the gain. It's that if you're close to the mic and I'm close to if your voice is louder than your sound to my mic, then you're relatively louder than me. So if you move away from the mic while keeping me as close to the mic as I am now, they can adjust their volume.
What do you guys think about this? Is it there's a way to make the Zoom audio as a source in OBS? Yes. So here's the thing, everybody. And I'm self-admittedly still learning Streamlabs OBS for Mac. So when I run the sound through Streamlabs, I've got everything else worked out, right? If my stream doesn't drop out, which it does when I start to adjust things sometimes because of my internet, it makes this horrible audio noise on the viewer's ends and on my end, and I don't know how to stop it. And it's something about the audio sources, so I don't want to adjust it right now. So if we can just try to focus just on the conversation instead of how poor the audio is, I really appreciate that. Like I said, this will be a starting point next time. Yeah, hard to get Zoom. Thank you, Warren. Well, I don't even see you typing over there. Like you're what are you magic fingers. It's like all of a sudden it just shows up in the chat. Okay, so let me go away from. Is this better, everybody? No, you're okay, Aggie Zach. I appreciate you. I don't want to burp into the mic. Okay, so back to Warren. He's a girl dad. And so you wanted them to be really good at math. So why? Why did you want them to be good at math? Just curious.
Oh, I think math is really important. I think math is really important for several reasons. Number one, if you want to do anything in science or engineering, you need to be good at math. Even in economics, which I studied, math was helpful. Almost anything you do today, math is helpful. I guess I would say also, if you want to get into a good college, your math SAT score is a huge deciding factor. So if you do advanced math, the math SAT gets easier. And I can say that clearly worked with my first kid who crushed the math SAT. And my second kid, I believe, is going to do close to as well. So if your goal is like here in Florida, if you want to get into University of Florida, you need to crush the SAT. And University of Florida is
you need to crush the SAT. Guys, Warren just said crush it. Okay,
you don't want to get close to the mic. You get close to the mic, you make it hard on the listeners. Sorry, I'm just being blunt, but
I love it.
See there I go again, mean Warren.
You're such a jerk, pompous jerk.
Pompous jerk. No, so you want to do well on the SAT if you want to get into good colleges, and it definitely worked for. And my first kid ended up not going to UF even though she got in, but she got into this other program and she got a big scholarship because of her SAT score, which made it affordable, and we wouldn't have been able to afford that program. She's a musical theater kid. My daughters are 19 and 16.
19 and 16. Any advice for dads with almost teenagers?
I just think that I've only raised 2 kids. I don't think I'm qualified to.
You're well qualified
to give parenting advice. I just think be present as much as possible, and I would say I'm not that good at it.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm a very distracted person. I have millions of ideas running through my head all the time, and it's a challenge. Like my daughter calls me from college, and if I'm doing something, it's like I got to rip myself away from the computer screen or whatever I'm doing to like pay attention.
Yeah.
And you don't want to ignore it. Now, if you haven't seen it, I've live streamed it. My kid calls me in the middle of live stream.
I haven't seen
the
it.
Call.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Aww.
say hi to everybody. So
well,
but I won't take a phone call during my live stream. But if it's from my kid, I'll take it.
So from my perspective, I grew up with a single mom, and she was not so much around. I mean, she did the best that she could, right? But she was single. My dad passed when I was 2. Actually, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Got pictures.
During this moment, I will now play a tune. Oh, sorry, she's back.
No, it'll copyright strike. Okay.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I think we're safe.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. All right. This is can you guys see this? That's my dad. And he was already sick with terminal cancer, leukemia. But I'm the baby in the center. And then my two siblings. And this is one of the pictures I have of my dad as a young man with my mom. So I grew up without a dad. And so Ohm says, I hear you, Warren. Yeah. I don't have any experience as to what dads and daughter relationships are like. So every time that I see something or hear you say that you take a phone call from your daughters during a stream, like that just melts my heart because I literally don't know what that's like. So, and I'm not like trying to do a sob story, but it's an interesting perspective, especially since you're a girl dad to two.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of people that grow up with a lot of challenges, and everybody has challenges no matter what.
No doubt.
You know, my kids, you want to be there for your kids.
Yeah.
So my kid was in musical theater. I was at every show. Aww. I went as often as I could. You know, if they had 8 shows, I went to 3 or 4 of them. They performed at this monster theater in Tampa as part of a state festival, and I went to that. And I helped set up the stage. I was a theater dad. Building the stage, tearing the stage down.
Aw, that's so cool.
Now, to be fair, there are dads who don't have the free time that I have. There are dads who have jobs that, require them to work 60 hours a week, and they work, they have to drive to work and drive home. I work from home. And I made the choice, we said we moved to Florida in 2011. I was running a law firm with my wife, and that took a lot of time. And it wasn't so bad, but we wanted to get away from winter because my wife hates winter. And we moved down here. We started working from home, and I spent as much time as I could with my kids because I can tell you right now, I got one in college. I'm not going to see her much anymore. And I got one in 10th grade who doesn't want to see me anyway.
Oh, okay. Question. So when your oldest daughter, did she ever bring a guy home like as a date? It's like prom or...
No, that has not happened yet with either daughter.
Oh my gosh. That tells me that you're terrifying. Why would they not bring a date home?
I think I don't want to get into the personal life of my daughters, but I think there would be another explanation for that.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just curious as to how you would treat somebody if they came into your house and, we're taking one of your daughters out.
I think I had an attitude about that when I was younger, and at this point, I think I'm probably a lot more chill about it than I would have been when they were, 4 years old. Like when they were 4 years old, I was worried about that sort of thing. As they got older and they became, once you start trusting your kids, it's a lot easier to be chill about that.
That's a really good point.
I think my daughters are very responsible young adults, even the 16-year-old.
That's great.
So I have a lot of faith in them. And if you view your daughters as victims who need to be protected, then they will view themselves as victims, and it's important that they learn to... That's
a really great statement right there. Be self-sufficient and...
Yeah.
I don't know what else you were going to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, my older daughter is taking trains in the New York metropolitan area and subways and been walking, on the streets. And I can't be there to protect her all the time. She's got to learn to protect herself.
Hear. Anybody in the chat? Hear. I know Omato's in the chat. He's got 3 kiddos. One daughter in college. Howard, 50 Sox. Are you a Sox fan?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm a New York Giants football fan, and I have a genetic defect that I'm a New York Giants football fan.
Hear, says Brennus.
I overcame my New York Knicks genetic defect, and now I am a Miami Heat basketball fan.
Okay.
In theory, I'm a Mets fan, but I've mostly stopped watching sports. The only sports I watch now are Miami Heat basketball games. I don't know, cool. For some reason I grew out of sports, mostly.
You're in your 50s, right?
55.
You're talking like you're like 75. Do you know that? You realize that? You sound like you're like elderly, like old man River. Like, I grew out of sports when I was young. That's what you sound
No,
like.
I think that there's a. I used to watch basketball, football, baseball, hockey, college basketball, college football, golf.
I love
And
golf.
that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I found that I have more important things to do. I used to play golf. And I actually, when we moved down here and I, quote, retired, I would drop the kids off at elementary school and loop around and go play 9 holes of golf 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered I like golf.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy playing golf, but I just kept finding other things to do, and they cut into my golf time, and I keep finding things to do that I find more valuable. I'd rather, it's also like listening to music. I find now when I'm driving in the car, I'd rather listen to Clubhouse than listen to the radio.
So how do you deal with the whole unmuting, muting situation on Clubhouse? If you want to speak while you're driving?
Oh, I have a thing that's set on the. I have a holder that's set on the vents.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
same.
easy for me to reach.
Same. Okay, I wasn't sure. I know that you don't have a Tesla yet. I don't either.
I want to make a point here because I think people could say that's distracted driving. I want to be clear. There, just to annoy people, just to offend people. If I can offend people for a moment, there has been this massive propaganda campaign against people using their phones while driving. So let me be clear: as somebody who has handled over 4,000 traffic tickets and hundreds of personal injury cases and hundreds of criminal cases, if not thousands. There are good drivers and there are bad drivers. The bad drivers drive badly whether they have a cell phone or not. They drive badly whether they're drinking or not. Good drivers drive safely whether they have a cell phone or not, and largely whether they've had a couple of drinks or not. Mm-hmm. If you have too much to drink, then anybody's a bad driver. Mm-hmm. But the vast majority of accidents are caused by bad drivers, not by people who are using phones. And I know everybody's going to hate me for that.
Preach it, Warren, preach it.
But if you look at the statistics, people with bad driving records cause more accidents. Young male drivers cause more accidents. There's young male drivers driving with 3 other people in the car. 16-year-old drivers with 3 people in the car with them driving after midnight are like 10 times as dangerous as the ordinary driver.
Oh,
you just have to look at statistics, and the statistics on texting while driving or cell phones while driving are like obviously wrong, but
you're very passionate about this.
No one cares what I think about that, so we can move on if you want.
I mean, I think that people
just
care.
This question.
Yes.
So I'm 55. When I was 25, no one used a cell phone while they were driving.
Wait, hold on. Philip Emanuele says, as once a young male, he agrees.
No, but plain and simple, when I was 20, think about this for a second. When I was 25, no one had a cell phone.
Right.
And now everyone has a cell phone in the car.
I have 2.
You would expect that there would be much bigger accident rates, right? When people are driving now.
Right.
But accident rates went down. So why did accident rates went down? There's certainly more people using cell phones now than there were then.
He's getting passionate. You hear his voice going up?
It slipped. Driving blindfolded would probably be bad. Yeah, I agree with that, Ben Tex.
What about ADHD drivers?
I don't have an opinion on that. I haven't seen the numbers on that.
You haven't seen me.
No, even like marijuana. Like people are convinced that there's this whole crime of driving while impaired.
Oh my.
There's this whole crime of driving while impaired by drugs. There's a National Highway Transportation Safety Administration study that shows that driving with drugs does not increase crash risk. And people, you'll just Google NHTSA drugs crash risk. You'll find it.
Thank you, Mammy, for the disclaimer on how we should not share information about family or children or school or hobby. Thank you very much. Appreciate your opinion.
If it makes you feel better, we've made up the children. They don't really exist. This is just for entertainment
They're fake.
value.
They're fake.
Don't actually just because you might have seen her on a live stream of mine doesn't mean that she's real.
She could be an AI bot.
And my older daughter is an actress who will probably have a public profile at some point in her life.
So. Oh, speaking of public profiles, Warren Redlich has a Wikipedia page. You guys know this?
Infamous.
I had it pulled up, and I don't want to cover his face. And you were going through it and reading it, right?
I read it. Some of it's even true.
Some of it? Yeah. Not all of it? I hope it doesn't cut you off.
It's mostly vaguely close to true.
What's not true on it, should I ask?
I'm not looking at it right now, but it was like some details are like they're grammatically incorrect, like they're saying I'm doing something now when it's something I did 20 years ago.
Ah. So
I have edited it, but people unedit it. So.
Brian S. says time to edit Wikipedia.
No one reads that page, so it doesn't matter. If you Google my name, the Wikipedia page doesn't rank.
Well, okay, so you've done a lot of different things in your life, clearly.
Yes.
And you're only 55. Speaking like you're a 75-year-old elderly man, so I want to just call you elderly because that's how you speak.
Thank you very much.
Warren Redlich, elderly man. Elderly, yes. With like a mustache or something. Do you ever grow out a mustache?
I hate facial hair. I mean, so I hate facial hair and I hate shaving. So I typically, if you watch my channel regularly, you'll see sometimes I've got like a, scruff. Like I actually have a little scruff now.
Okay.
But at a certain point, I can't take it anymore. I have to shave it.
Have you ever grown out like a mustache though? No beard, mustache, like a mustache.
I don't. It's possible, but I don't remember.
Who wants to see Warren with a mustache? Huh? Anybody in the chat? Give me a mustache in the chat.
I want to say when I was in my 20s, maybe I did it once.
Did you ever curl it?
Before I got married. Probably before I got married. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it after I got married.
You like lick your fingers and curl it, No, Jessica Truthong just landed.
Boom. It just means that the scruff grew longer. It wasn't like I actually accomplished a real mustache.
Got it. Okay, so back to your wife. So you guys met in law school.
Yeah.
Do you have a story of how you met? Hold on, you're frozen.
Not how we met. I would say our first date was a story.
Ooh, let's hear it. Ooh, hold on. Let me preface the audience. Hold on. Pause, please. Pause, please. Audience, viewers, Warren is about to drop some knowledge on how his first date went with his now wife. Long time wife. Okay, ready. Continue, please.
So, I was working for a law firm in a summer job, and they had this event at the Saratoga racetrack, which if you're from the Albany area, you know what I'm talking about, the Saratoga race, the flat track.
Okay.
Thoroughbred racehorses. And I was invited, and I was supposed to bring a guest, so I knew her from law school. I think we were out at like Fridays as a group.
Ooh, Fridays.
And I asked her to go with me to this event. She said yes.
Wait. How did you ask?
I don't remember.
Try to remember.
No, that's not the point. I don't.
No, it is the point. It is the point.
No, because
this is debunking Warren.
You don't know. You don't see where this is going.
I know, but I just want to know all the details, Warren.
I honestly do not. I don't remember if I asked her if I was talking about the event, and one of the friends said, "Hey, Warren, you should take Heather with you."
There we go. That's the truth. Okay, thank you for saying that.
Something like that. But so anyway, before that event, I said, "Hey, why don't we go to see the movie like Jurassic Park?" I think it was. So we went. The event at the track wasn't the date.
Okay.
That was after the first date. The
okay.
first date was like after we had the conversation. I said, "Well, would you like to go to see Jurassic Park?" So we went to Jurassic Park, and this is my hometown, the law school. We went to my hometown law school where my father
Jurassic
taught.
Park, the movie?
Correct. Wow. That's how old I am.
You're not old. Oh my gosh.
Jurassic.
Okay, whatever. Elderly man.
Do you understand that I saw the movie Jurassic Park in the movie theater?
I know, that's why I just asked to confirm that, because I remember seeing it on VHS. Okay, continuing on.
And this is when I was like 25.
Okay.
Not when I was.
Speaking of 25, 7. We have 25 viewers. This is Warren Redlich, everybody. Warren. Okay, continue.
So, I suggested we go see this movie. We went to the movie, and I said, "Hey, why don't we go out to Thatcher Park?" Thatcher Park is this gorgeous park in the Albany area that's basically on a cliff.
Ooh.
And you can walk down these stairways and walk along under the cliff and look at waterfalls. Really cool thing.
Sounds
and then we
romantic.
went to this apple orchard called Indian Ladder Farms, and we cider donuts and drank apple cider and
I feel like
walked
there's
around
a
and see
violin.
animals. So what was supposed to be just a movie ended up being a very long date.
Hey.
So that's it. That's the whole story.
Warren, that's it? That's it? You built it up like it was going to be like, wait, you don't know where this is going.
I'm saying a 2-hour date turned into like a 6-hour date.
Oh, well, that's how it should be.
And she still went with me to the next event, so something went right.
So, that's awesome.
Philip, I think we did at some point go to Bomber's Burrito Bar, but I think that was after we were married.
Aww. That's so cool. So how long have you been married?
25 years.
Wow!
25 and a half years.
Congratulations. That's more than like most people ever.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's good because 75 years of age, I mean, 25 years is a long time. I'm sorry. Warren, you are so much younger than you talk. You are. And you're hip. And, you know.
How can I be hip?
You're hip.
And then talk old.
Look at your lighting. Your lighting is so hip. You know? Okay, question. Have you always worn the undershirt under your shirt?
No.
When did you start doing that?
I'm not sure you're going to like the answer to this
Go
question.
for it. Go for it.
I carry a pistol.
Oh.
And
okay.
I wear the undershirt so that the pistol, which is inside my shorts, does not rub against my skin.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll take it.
I should say the holster. The holster and the
I'll
pistol
take
are
it.
protected.
That's a really good reason.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of young men who wear undershirts, and I feel like yeah. So did you didn't always wear one? You just you started carrying.
I started wearing a pistol, and it got really uncomfortable on my skin.
That makes sense.
And I started wearing an undershirt to protect my skin from the pistol.
Understood. So guys and gals, don't mess with Warren. Anyways.
I didn't say I was a good shot.
I love it. I love it. So we are, for anybody that's just joined, I'm Jessica Kirsh.
Just to be clear, for people who are wondering, this is Florida, and it's actually quite normal to carry a pistol in Florida.
People really come at you on your stream, huh? I can tell that you have to, like, what's the word? I'm doing the emotions. Come on, somebody help me here. Somebody help me. Oh, there we go. You're frozen. No, you're not frozen. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Wave your hands in the air. Okay, so do you have any special talents? Like anything that you can do with, I don't know.
I can juggle.
Can you really?
Yes.
Can you do it for us now, please? And thank you. Epicness. Yay, Warren's gonna juggle. Oh, yes. Holding the phone. Oh, he's gonna juggle. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, I need to tweet about this. You guys on Twitter? Anybody on Twitter? Go follow. Oh, he's finding something to juggle with. Oh my god, I love it. Wow, you can juggle with things that aren't round? Really? All right. Ready. Oh my god, look at that. One more time. I love it. Good job. I'm snapping for you. Good job.
That is not ideal juggling.
Wait, that was awesome, Warren. Good job.
Those were not the easiest things to juggle.
That was so good. They weren't even round. And Ohm said, how did I know Warren could juggle? Okay, do you want to see my weirdo thing?
Sure.
Are you sure you want to?
Not really, but I'll give it a shot.
Does anybody in the chat want to see my weirdo thing? Yeah, chainsaws next. Oh gosh, this is going to end bad. All right, so I have a special talent. I have double jointed arms. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, so I was
not sure.
I was a cheerleader, and we have to do a high V, which is like this, right? And I would go like this. Can you see?
Oh, awesome.
So, hold on. Can you see that?
Did you ever do that on a date?
Duh. Yes. Yeah, I know, right? So, yeah. My arms are double jointed, and one time my doctor, I did this and showed him, and he's like, okay, well, don't let anybody hit you right in the elbow because it'll just crack your arm in half. I was like, sweet, won't let that. Yeah. Thank you. That was so fun. Talent portion, everybody. So let's see. What else do I want to know about you, Warren? What else? Does anybody have any thoughts on debunking Warren? So I'm opening up his soft side here. What's your favorite color?
I'm gonna guess you can look behind me.
Blue. That's my favorite color too. Blue is it's a universe. Do you have a shade of blue you like?
What is your favorite color? Blue, no red. Ah!
Blue, no red. Ah! What's your favorite movie?
That's a tough one.
Right?
For the longest time I would have said the movie Stripes with Bill Murray.
Okay.
But nowadays I would probably say Princess Bride.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure. Oh, yeah, probably Princess Bride. I like a lot of movies, so that's a tough question. I like a lot of movies.
Okay, what are your top 3? Here comes Stella.
Princess Bride. Stripes is like this really dumb movie that was just fun. Animal House.
Animal House, yeah.
Animal House is a classic.
Aggie said...
I just have like a lot of diverse tastes too. So like, you asked me my talents. One is I speak some Japanese. So there's a Japanese director named Itami Juzo.
Okay.
And his most famous movie for Americans is called Tampopo. But he's got some other great movies like Family Game and Ososhiki, which is The Funeral, Taxing Woman. So he's got some really good flicks.
What are your top 3? So you said Princess Bride.
I don't know that I could say I have a top 3, but
right, I know. I
like a lot of movies, but Princess Bride.
What about TV shows? I know you probably don't watch TV.
Seinfeld.
Okay, totally. By the way, this is Stella.
Oh, Philip, I have watched. Oh, very nice. My dog is lying on the.
Oh,
I can't show you. But
what's your puppy's name?
Her name is Charlotte. I was going to bring her up and show her to you, but she's resting comfortably, and I don't want to bother her. So Philip, my wife and I just watched the first 2 seasons of Snowpiercer, we're going to see the movie, but we haven't seen the movie yet.
Snowpiercer. Okay, all right. Okay. So TV shows, movies. Your favorite color is blue. What's your favorite international travel location before COVID? Where have you been anywhere specific besides Japan, right? Because you
Well, Japan is my favorite. I've been there 3 times.
Okay.
Europe's pretty amazing. Western Europe is pretty amazing.
Okay.
I love the California coastline. I know that's not.
Oh no, that's good. Let's talk about the California coastline. Where
I lived in Half Moon Bay, California, or near Half Moon Bay, California, for a year.
Where is that located? North, south?
Half Moon Bay is between Santa Cruz and San Francisco on the west of Silicon Valley.
That sounds lovely.
I was a student at Stanford for 3 years, and one of those years I lived in. It's a town called Moss Beach. It's not even a town. It's like a community called Moss Beach.
Okay. Oh, that sounds so lovely. So I've heard you talk on Clubhouse how you enjoy taking walks every day, right?
Yeah, we walk the dog for about 45 minutes every morning.
Oh, wow. Your audio, Stella walking in front of the mic really showed me how much your audio is coming in. Stella, lay down. She's like, no, I want attention. I want attention now. Yeah. Oh, NorCal all the way. I said Omato. Step Brothers. Yeah, the backside kitty's trying to sleep.
No, I think the San Francisco Bay Area is fantastic. I'm not too keen on the California government, but the landscape, the Asian restaurants, the food in general.
Ever thought about visiting Sri Lanka?
I've never thought about visiting Sri Lanka. I've thought about visiting India, which is close.
When
I was in graduate school, I had a friend from Sri Lanka, but it just never. I guess Sri Lanka never popped in my head as a place to go. I'm guessing the food is good.
You like food?
It's got to be warm. Isn't Sri Lanka like really, really hot and humid, like making Florida look cool?
Making Florida. California's like a foreign country sometimes, to be fair. Thailand.
Oh no, Miami's a foreign country. I'm an hour north of Miami, Florida. Miami is the foreign country.
Why do you say that?
Do you realize that something like 84% of the households have a language other than English as their second language? I think it's 84% have Spanish as their primary language.
That's a high percentage, and I believe that.
It's stunning. No, we went to some amusement park with the kids in Miami, or near Miami. We were driving back, and the kids got wet, so we wanted to stop at a Walmart and get them some dry clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped my wife and the kids off at the Walmart, and I went to find parking, which was like a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and I see somebody. I say, "Where's the girl's clothing?" And the woman goes, "Blah blah 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 blah."
Yeah. And
I was like, "What?" And I said, No, sorry. She looked at me like, I said, "Where's the girl's clothing?" And she looked at me with this stunned look. And I said,
because you asked in English.
¿Dónde está la ropa para las niñas? And she goes, blah, 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 blah. I didn't hear what she said. But it was like, the Walmart employees don't speak English. Okay, that's different.
Okay, all right, okay.
So for me, that feels like a foreign country. That's like, I think it's a common perspective here in Boca Raton that I joke that Miami and Broward are south of us, and Miami and Broward both are more Latino than Palm Beach, even though we're pretty Latino too.
Okay.
So I joke that we need to build a wall and make Broward pay for it.
Oh, come on. Come on, Warren. Come on. Boo. Okay, all right. Moving on.
If you lived in Boca Raton, you'd understand.
Maybe. That's possible. It's very possible. Okay, so I just want to ask, now that I have Starman on camera. Starman in the Tesla Roadster. So you know I'm a SpaceX fan.
Yes.
Is that a battery cell?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, look at that, it's tabless.
Huh?
I have questions. Where did you get that?
A guy named Fred Jessup, if you look him up on Twitter, he'll probably send you one if you show it off on your channel.
I would love to show it off.
Fred Jessup, Jessup.
Hold the phone. Hold the mic on battery day. Sorry, I just got loud. I printed this out on my printer that's out of ink, and I stuck it to my shirt to make a battery day tabless cell shirt. You know, you gotta get crafty sometimes.
Yep.
That's so cool. Will you show it one more time, please? The 4680 cell. Any
Sure,
Tesla fans out there?
He actually has a stand with it.
Is it 3D printed? Oh my god, look at that. It's got a stand and everything. Hey, Tom in space, welcome to the stream. You are coming in from Australia. Wow. That is so cool.
I just did something wrong.
It went to your right. Your left.
No, it went underneath.
Went to your left, your right. Your left, your right.
I got it. Apparently this part comes off.
I can't. That's really cool. I would love to connect with whoever that is that sent that to you.
Fred Jessup.
Fred
Jessup.
Jessup.
If you want to text me later,
I'm gonna forget.
DM me later. I'll send you. I can connect you with him on Twitter if you DM me.
Here, let me DM you right now. Sorry, everybody. We're gonna continue on. Fred Jessup. The moment it goes out in my brain, brr, and then out, and then just goes into a bunch of pieces and may never come back. Yeah, you do.
Same problem.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I call it when I get back around to something, I call it the Kirsh circle back, where it's like, I circle back.
For my last live stream, I was taking notes so I could note the time codes so that I could correctly put the chapters in for my live stream.
Oh
so
my god, good for
later.
you.
Yeah, but
I've never done that.
I didn't fill in the time codes. I didn't fill in the times. I had the idea, but I didn't follow through.
I just snotted out of my nose laughing from that. Oh my god.
Promo really quick.
Oh, that's so funny.
In my insanity about DUI. This is my book, Fair DUI, published on Amazon in 2013.
Wait, hold on. Pause. I need a little more enthusiasm if you're gonna plug a book, okay? I need you to get excited, get hyped about it. Yes! Get hyped! Okay.
It's not that exciting, but it might be useful if you get pulled over
by
the police.
I'm not gonna buy it. Convince me to buy it, Warren. Convince me.
I got nothing.
Come on. Why do I? Tell me why I should buy it.
5 stars on Amazon.
5 stars. Why should I buy the book? Why?
Do you drive a car?
Yes.
Is there any chance at all you might get pulled over by a police officer?
It's always likely, yes.
Okay,
Not likely, but it's always possible.
Do you want to be prepared for the eventuality you might get pulled over a police officer and have a better idea of how to handle that situation?
Yeah, 100% actually.
Then this is the book for you.
Oh! All right. So what's it called again?
Fair DUI.
I'm going to plug it.
FAIR-DUI.
Fair DUI, guys. This is going to be some good reading here.
$2.99 on Kindle.
I'm going to buy it.
$4.99 on paperback.
Is it on Amazon right now?
Yes.
I'm going to buy it right now as I'm sitting here. I know my audio's louder. Amazon.com, Fair DUI. Supporting other authors, creatives. There it is, paperback. I'm pulling it onto the screen, see?
Oh my god.
There it is.
The one on the left is me, and the one on the right is some scumbag who sells your book for $15.
Who's this guy? Is this you?
I'm Warren Redlich.
Yeah, but it says ESQ. What's that mean?
That's the suffix for a lawyer.
Okay, so is this
Esquire.
one paper? This one's paperback, right?
I think if you click on it, it's both.
All right, I'm gonna buy it now.
Awesome. Thank
Here
you.
we go. Paperback. Buy now. It'll only show the last 4 of my debit, so good luck. Oh, it's got my Woo! Hold on. Let me finish up over here. Friday, April 9th, it will arrive. Free Prime delivery.
And just a key detail. Here's an interesting statistic.
Order placed, everybody. I bought it.
Is this an oxymoron? Thank you for buying the book.
You're welcome.
Is this an oxymoron? An interesting statistic. I think that's an oxymoron. Roughly 10% of the U.S. population has a DUI conviction.
One more time. Sorry, I was busy reading the chat.
Roughly 10% of the U.S. population has a DUI conviction. If you walk down your street,
10%.
If there are 20 homes on your street, the odds are that two of your neighbors, actually, if the average home has 2 people in it, 2 adults in it, then your street probably has 3 or 4 drunk drivers on it.
Okay.
3 or 4 convicted drunk drivers.
Okay, so that's very interesting information. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read, I'm not a good reader. My reading comprehension sucks. So I'll read it in little segments. And then I'll give fun facts to people. How's that sound? And I'll make maybe I could read it on stream.
I've got a lot of short chapters.
I love short chapters. Omato, book fund. Omato just paid for the book. Shout out to Omato. He's one of your subscribers too.
Awesome, Omato. Thank you.
Omato actually bought me this chair. Not bought it. He donated it to me. This chair that I'm sitting in right now. Drove it down from California. Thank you, Om. Shout out to you.
Well, Philip raises an interesting point.
What?
When the cars drive themselves, will there be any drunk driving cases anymore?
Yeah. So how does that work?
I have a series of videos interviewed politicians and like a sheriff's candidate, and asked that question. And no, I never had a DUI, David. I'm a DUI lawyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's an attorney. David L. Thumbs up, says Omato. Yeah. Okay. So now that Fair DUI. So you also have a website, right? FairDUI.org. Do you know how many people are affected when a drunk driver kills someone? Okay. So we're gonna stop because we're softening. We're softening. There we go. Oh God. Oh gosh. Warren, you're gonna stir some people up. He's laughing. He's laughing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
David, wait, I gotta ask David. David, what do you do for a living?
No. This is my stream. Cutting it off. No. Stop, no more. Okay, back to Warren. Okay, so FairDUI.org. If you want to read about, it's not just about DUIs though. It's if you get pulled over, you can know your rights, right?
This may be shocking to people, but some people who are arrested are some people arrested are actually innocent. And David thinks anyone who's arrested is guilty.
Hold. We're not talking about David. He's misunderstood, okay? Don't drink and drive. We know this. Warren is not advocating for drunk driving, okay?
Wait. It's in the book.
No. It's okay. You're not wrong. No one's wrong. Okay, Warren, I'm de-escalating the situation. No one is wrong here. Okay, Warren, let's get back to talking about you. No more book, please. Book has been purchased. No, don't leave. There's no reason.
Page 9.
Stop.
Page 9. Don't drink and drive.
Oh, there we go. Show it.
Don't drink and drive. Page 9. The first piece of advice. Don't drink and drive.
Okay. So, soft question, Omato suggests. Describe your love for liberty.
Sure. I don't know if that's a soft question, but okay. I think the problem is that people...
Okay, is it going to go into politics? Yes.
That's pretty clearly a political question.
Okay, so let's get... This is debunking Warren's soft side. Great suggestion, We're going to move on to something else. So, Warren, what did you want to be when you grew up? What was your childhood dream?
Probably, well...
Don't say an attorney.
No, probably a quarterback or a point guard.
Oh, you wanted to be an athlete?
I was an athlete. I just wasn't that good.
Oh, Warren's mic. Yes, we know the mics are different. Let's see. No. Light speed. No drinking and driving. Nah. No, he's not advocating that. No. Moving on from that topic. Burp. Okay. So you wanted to be an athlete, or you were an athlete, you just weren't that good. So what position did you play in football?
I never played football.
Okay, what position did you play in basketball?
I was probably the point guard.
Probably. What does probably mean?
I was too short to be anything else. So I'm 6 foot tall, but when you play competitive basketball, 6 foot is not very tall.
Hey, shout out to David L. Thank you for sticking around, by the way. Can't wait till SM15. Me neither, David. Are you excited for serial number 15, Warren? Show the shirt. Show the shirt. Look, he's got Starship on his shirt, so he's clearly excited. Yeah, that's a good question. What kind of music do you enjoy?
Classic rock.
Okay, so name some band songs.
Pink Floyd, AC/DC.
Okay, let's think of a song. Okay. What's
dear Lord.
One of your songs? I want to sing it with you. So.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Oh, come on. We're going to do it. Let's see. I know a little bit of classic rock. Can anybody give a classic rock song that I might know as Lord. Well, please? I want to get him. We're going to do a little singy. Tom in Space says ha. Okay.
So I think, what's the Pink Floyd song?
Aria Speedwagon.
No.
I can't play it. We've got to do it a cappella because...
Aria Speedwagon is not classic rock. That's pop.
Okay. Do you know pop?
No.
Do you know Taylor Swift?
Sure, love Taylor Swift.
Ah, yay! Okay, so... let me think. Anybody throw out a Taylor Swift song? She's one of my faves. I'm a Swiftie.
I have like a ton of Taylor. I've been to a Taylor Swift concert.
What? Okay, so what song? What's one of your faves? Any song with cowbell? Wait, I was gonna say Justin Bieber. That's a good.
Cowbell.
Don't play it out loud though, please. No demonetization.
No cowbell.
I forgot that you existed. That's a new one though. So, let's see. T Swift, everybody. Oh, I knew you were trouble. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, keep them coming. I love it. American Woman. Good suggestion.
Probably we were never getting back together.
Ooh. Okay, Warren. I know you know the words.
I don't know the words off the top of my head. If the song's playing, I can do it.
Okay, so I have the lyrics here, and I'm going to start. Okay, will you join in with me? Stella's going to join too.
I'll do the best I can.
Okay, hold on. Oh gosh, no, let's see. I remember when we broke up the first time saying, this is, I don't remember that part. Then you come around, baby, I miss you, I swear I'm going to change. How does that go? We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Can you do that part? Come on, Warren, do it with me. Do it with me. We are never, ever, ever.
Oh, here we go. Wait.
Getting back together. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pull up the lyrics. We'll do it together. Yes. Warren Redlich, Jessica
Kirsh. That might not be the best one.
Okay. Do you want to sing a different one?
Let's see.
There's Love Story. There's Ever, Ever. Yeah, you know that one.
I don't think she's my best.
Okay. Let's find something else then. Ooh. T Swift.
I think Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd.
No, let's do Swift, because I know her. Come on, please. This is the song my ex tried to get you to listen to over and over. Okay, let's sing We're Never Getting Back Together. Will you pull up the lyrics, please?
Which one?
Never, ever, ever getting back together. Or what, do you know Love Story?
Sure.
I need like a confirmed yes or no.
Yes. No, I definitely remember Love Story.
Okay. You want to pull that one up?
What are we doing? The chorus? Are we doing the chorus?
Let me just pull up the lyrics. Love Story lyrics. Do you have them pulled up over there?
I could do...
We were both... I'll start. Ready?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. You have it pulled up?
We were both
young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashbacks start. I'm standing there.
On a balcony in summer air.
Yes. Say it loud. Say it proud.
See the lights. See the party.
See the party, the ball gown. See you make your way through the crowd and say...
Hello.
Little did I know. Yeah, Warren, you're doing so good.
You were throwing pebbles and my daddy
said, stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase.
This is terrible.
No, it's so good. Let's keep going. We're doing good.
Please
And
don't. That's it.
wait, hold on. I was crying
me
on the
somewhere.
staircase, begging you, please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince, and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby. Just say yes. Oh, oh, who likes it? Who likes it?
I think we just tortured people.
Oh my god, I thought that was so good.
Look, we lost like 6
Amato
viewers.
said, gotta go by.
We lost like 6 viewers.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. They'll come back. I'm surprised. So I sneak out of the garden to see you. We keep quiet because you're dead if they knew. So close your eyes. Let me finish this and escape the town for a little while. Oh. Thank you. Good job, Warren. See, Warren is a girl dad. Girl dads know T Swift, and there's no shame there.
My kids liked Taylor Swift. We went to a concert. I remember bringing like 5 girls to an Ariana Grande concert at Miami. That was fun.
Ariana Grande.
And Justin Bieber was a surprise guest.
I love Bieber. Do you like Justin Bieber?
No.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
No.
Ronnie said that was awesome. Thanks, Ronnie. See, we've got support. Even if we lost viewers, it doesn't matter. We've got the people. They came back. The people that are here are the ones that, you have great taste, mate, said Tom in Space. I love it. So, okay, Warren. Did you ever get into any trouble as a kid? Teenager, youth, probably. Ronnie, $14.99 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much.
Nice, Ronnie, thank you.
Woo! I like to snap whenever I get super chats. 99 to stop singing. Thanks, Amato. You enjoyed it. You know you were singing on that end too. Come on. I know that you know it. That's funny. He's joking, Warren. He follows my Spotify. He knows.
I think he knows.
Jeff Sturgis said you just tweeted. Yay! Mammy says, wow, beautiful duet. Yay! Thank you. Will you snap?
Terrible.
Can you snap? Some people can't.
Jessica was wonderful.
No, you were wonderful. You were out of bid. I love it. Oh, you were outbid. Yeah. Step your game up. Come on. Okay, so trouble. What kind of trouble did you get into? I know that you know. Look at that smirk on your face. You have the lawyer smirk.
Well, we drank a lot.
Okay.
I never drank and drove, despite my DUI book. I never drank and drove.
Okay.
But we got drunk a lot. We probably...
Warren
Warren
should tweet out an invite. What does that mean? Oh, you just tweeted about the stream? Warren, have you tweeted about this stream?
Multiple times.
Love it. I love it. So he's already tweeted. Thank you. I'll do
it again.
Yeah. Warren, let's see. Thank you so much, Jeff Sturgis, for tweeting. I appreciate that so much. We were both young when I first... Let me see here. Go in Tesla.
Yeah, they actually, in the video, they talked about the dimensions.
I opened up Clubhouse to see if we could get more of an audience, but there's really not many. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt, be rude. Hello, everybody?
While Jessica's having this conversation, we will engage in a deep discussion.
Hi, everybody.
Of libertarian thinking.
Have you ever pissed off a judge? Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Absolutely. What kind of lawyer would I be if I didn't piss off a judge?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm a trial lawyer. I've had over 50 cases to jury verdict. You can't do that and not piss off a judge somewhere in there.
Oh, my
gosh. If you're not pissing off a judge somewhere, you're not trying hard enough.
Okay. Okay, so back to teenage. Besides drinking, you grew up in New York, so winters were cold, right? There was snow. Yeah.
Well, I didn't think they were cold because I was a tough guy.
Well, you grew up there. You didn't know any better, right?
Right.
So, yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let me tell you something we did in the Midwest. Maybe you can top the story, okay? We used to hook up our sleds to the back of cars. We called it extreme sledding. And it would end.
Did not do that.
The end game would always be the police pulling us over and telling us to stop. And we would temporarily stop.
I would say most of my problems related to drinking.
Okay.
Most of my troubles related to drinking, one way or another. Yeah. I mean, I never got arrested when I was a kid.
There were a lot of times that we had parties, underage or whatever, and the police would be called,
Yes,
and we would all just scatter.
We had some of that.
Yeah. Did you guys do like the hide behind the tree in the woods? Like, oh.
Actually, my favorite experience there was there's this spot. We lived right near the middle school.
Okay.
And there was this big spot with these big tires, like tractor tires, that was like a playground for kids or something.
Oh, fun.
So we would go and sit on the tires and drink beer. So this cop comes by, and we just sat there. The cop came over, and he's like, yeah, we got a call complaining about you guys drinking beer. You know, could you... And we didn't leave litter. We didn't litter. So we, could you guys just pick up the cans and leave? You know, he wasn't like mad. He wasn't going to arrest us or anything. He just, and we were joking about it. Like, so what happened? So you're like driving down the road and you get this call, car 4? Yeah. There's kids at the middle school drinking beer. Oh my God.
I love your impression. Oh my God.
Breaker.
Breaker.
Drinking beer.
420, about 444. Breaker.
We got a 420.
Oh my God. 75-year-old Warren shows up. Here he is.
Yeah. That was back when we didn't have cell phones.
Back in his day, there were no cell phones.
Back in the day,
Did you ever have a pager?
No, I never had a pager.
What?
I never had a pager. No, but I mean, like, look, when I was a kid, do you know what an Atari is?
Oh, thanks so much, David L. Loves my shirt.
Have you ever heard of Atari?
Me?
Yes.
No, what is that? Thank you. What's Atari?
An Atari was an old video game system.
No, I know what Nintendo is.
Do you know what Pong is?
Are you just trying to show your age or what?
Yes. Did you ever hear of Pong?
Okay, elderly Warren has entered the stage.
Do you know what a wall phone is?
Yes. Where you had the long cord. Well, wait.
How about a phone book? You ever seen a phone book?
Yes. Have you ever tried to rip one in half?
No.
It's really hard to do. Actually, really strong
do.
people can't do it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's cute. Atari, oh my God, that's cute. They said 75. Yes, 75-year-old Warren has entered the stage. Here he is. Can you write a book for fair speeding tickets as Amato?
No, you don't need a book for a fair speeding ticket. Just drive slower, and if you get pulled over, just do what the cop says. The fair speeding ticket book is really simple. After you get the ticket, call me.
You guys heard it. You heard it straight from the Warren's mouth.
We had a rotary phone, Heath. We absolutely had a rotary phone.
Oh, you have a kitty at home too.
We only had one phone in our whole house.
Wait, a rotary phone? I think you said a wall phone. I never had maybe I did have a rotary phone. Did you ever have a party line?
I don't think we had a party line.
Okay, so my mom told me about party lines. But do you remember them?
I've heard stories about them.
Okay. So you're really not 75 years old. That proves you're not 75. If people in the chat don't know about party lines, there was a community phone that the neighborhood or the surrounding neighbors had. And in order to make a call, you would have to pick up and see if anybody was on the phone. And people say they would hang up if there was somebody on the phone. I would sit there and listen all day if I were them.
Wait. You asked me before about favorite movies. Have you ever seen the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick?
No.
Okay, that was my computer experience when I was a kid.
Have you guys seen War Games?
First of all, it's a really cool movie. War Games is a really cool movie.
Wait.
Matthew Broderick.
Hold on, pause. People in the chat, have you seen War Games with Matthew Broderick? Because your eyes lit up when you said that. They got so big, like this big.
Absolutely classic.
Anybody in the chat? David L is holding down the chat.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, also a great movie.
Oh my gosh. Wait for it.
Bueller. Save Ferris. Very nice.
It's one of my shirts.
So you have to see. War Games. You have to see the movie
Oops.
War Games with Matthew Broderick.
Okay,
Look it
so
up.
let's see. Philip Emanuele says he's seen it. Cool movie. Aggie Zach says fantastic movie. Heath B. Yeah, good movie. Omato. War Games is awesome. Fred Jessup. Oh, there's Fred. Fred. Is that Fred? Fred?
That's Fred Jessup.
Battery cell Fred?
Fred, we were pumping your battery cell earlier, Fred.
He showed it to me, and I got excited, and I showed him my printout of the tabless cell. What's up, Fred? Yeah.
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
You're my Ferris Bueller. You're my hero.
No, but War Games, global thermonuclear. Want to play a game?
Stefan says Warren was the leading actor in it. Do you look like Matthew Broderick in it?
I don't think so.
75-year-old Warren or 55-year-old Warren?
When
That's
I was
the
in
question.
college, people thought I looked like John McEnroe, but you probably don't know who John McEnroe is.
No, who is that? Stella. I love how you laugh like it's so funny. So funny. Who is
John
that?
McEnroe is one of the greatest tennis players of all time, and he's a commentator on modern tennis.
What is so funny about it that I don't know? Like,
You don't know what it's... We're different generation.
Okay, and
That's it.
you're such a 75-year-old man.
I am.
Pretty
I was
sure.
the professor.
Oh my
You guys killing me. I was the professor. Bueller.
Bueller. You know, I say that on live streams all the time. Bueller. Anybody? Bueller. Oh, Stella, are you crazy? Yes. The cat's name. Oh, wait, is the cat's name Atari? The cat's name is Stella. Philip Emanuele says, Jessica, how old are you? Great question. I am 33. 3. I'll be 34 May 26th. What is your astrological sign? Oh, the Ferrari. I love when the Ferrari goes through the glass.
I'm a Pisces, if that question was for me, I'm a Pisces.
Yeah, you're a Pisces. Okay. So you're the fish.
Oh, the Ferrari.
Hi, Stella. 33 going on 13. That's right. I identify as like a 12-year-old female that's in an adult's body. Oh my gosh, driving a car in reverse will not remove the mileage. That was so funny. We're gonna reverse the odometer. You're turning 43. Woo woo! Cool. Very cool. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of my favorites as well. I like Cool Runnings. You ever seen the movie Cool Runnings?
Is that the snow?
Jamaican bobsled team. We get gone dirty.
I did see it, but I think I saw it like maybe once. I don't remember it.
It's close to my heart, but at least you know what it is. How about let's see. So we sang Taylor Swift. I love it. You like classic rock. What's something that people maybe wouldn't know about you? Like a hobby? Something that you don't necessarily mention on streams. Oh gosh, there's a laugh involved. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody. Buckle
I
up.
feel comfortable talking about that.
Oh.
That would be inappropriate. Let's see.
Are you?
I played Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid.
You still play it. You can
Nope.
tell. You can tell. You can totally tell.
No, about age 16 or 17, I discovered this thing called Girls, and they didn't play Dungeons and Dragons.
Some do.
Not many.
Well, okay, so Dungeons
Not
and
them.
Dragons. I've never
Not them.
played it. Can you describe it to me?
You serious?
Yeah. I'm like 100% serious. I've never played it.
So Dungeons and Dragons is what's known as a role-playing game.
Okay.
I believe the game was written by Gary Gygax.
You believe.
G-Y-G-A-X.
You know his name. I believe.
Yes. No, I'm one of the early generation of war games.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up.
So,
It's bobsled
It's sort
time.
of, I would say it's roughly inspired by The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. That you have characters of different species, like Hobbit or Dwarf or Elf. And you have characters, they might be a fighter, they might be a magician, they might be a healer. I forget what some of the categories were. And your character you would roll dice to decide how good your character was at different traits like strength, wisdom, intelligence, whatever. And
Okay.
somebody who is a really intelligent character would be a good magician. A really strong character would be a good fighter.
Okay.
So, and then you would there would be a dungeon master. If you ever watch have you watched Stranger Things? The TV show Stranger Things with Winona Ryder and...
I haven't. I've heard of it.
if you
heard
watch
of it.
Stranger Things, they play Dungeons and Dragons in Stranger Things.
Okay, all right.
And
You're
so
doing
there's
a
one
really good
person
job
who-
describing it. You're painting a nice picture for me. So
There's one person who's the dungeon master who sits like here, and they have like they're like the head of the simulation. Right?
oh,
They're running the simulation.
ooh,
And
oh, this
you're
is
playing
applicable.
You have characters in the simulation, so your characters are going through this world that the dungeon master has mapped out. You're like, okay, we're going to go forward. Okay, you've got a room, and you can go left or you can go right. So you go left, and you encounter an orc, and the orc swings his sword at you. Okay, well, we'll fight. So you have a fight. You roll dice to see who.
Wait,
beats
can you
whether-
sword fight with me virtually right now, please?
Sure.
Gain your sword. Here we go. Ready? Oh, up, high, down. Oh, you got me. Good one. That was good, Warren. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you see an orc or whatever, and you sword fight, and then what happens?
Basically the idea is you go through, let's say, a dungeon, right? You go down into a dungeon, and you kill monsters, and you find gold, and you find other things.
Ooh.
And then you finish the dungeon, and usually like the baddest bad guys at the bottom of the dungeon, and then you come out.
Hiding? Like hiding?
I don't know how to explain it, but you come out. It's kind of like the video game Doom, if you've ever played Doom, except you go into a dungeon instead of up, whatever. But
Okay.
or maybe it isn't. Maybe Doom isn't a dungeon. So you finish the level, you finish the game, that particular adventure, and then you get experience, and your character grows, and and then you can have these whole campaigns where there's this whole world set up.
Okay.
And we played other games like RuneQuest and all kinds of board games. And there's a great board game called Diplomacy.
Okay. Board game.
Kitty.
Yeah, she.
We played a lot of games.
Okay, so what was your favorite character, I guess, or favorite in Dungeons and Dragons? Like, if you could choose. My cat really wants to sit on the desk.
I don't.
She's
it
gotta
was
be
a
in
very
it.
long time ago.
No, I know you remember.
literally-
You can
it was
tell you're
literally-
lying because of the smile. Come
It was
on.
literally 40
Give it
years
up.
ago.
Give it up. Give it up.
I got nothing.
No.
No, 'cause it wasn't like you would have characters like you would play
Okay.
Conan the Barbarian. It was like you would create a character and give the character a name, and you didn't play like
Okay.
a famous character. You just played a random character.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
Warren, 75-year-old Warren,
Yes.
what... I love that you respond to that. What was your go-to video game name? I'll tell you what mine was, okay? Mine was Lil Kirsh. L-I-L Kirsh. Lil Kirsh.
Okay.
Lil Kirsh.
You mean like the game, the name you'd put at the end of when you... Wait, what kind of video game are we talking about?
Any video game. So, like, if you're playing a game...
Wait, were you
when
aware there were machines that you would put a quarter in?
Oh,
and you would
yes.
play a
I know
video
what
game on a-
arcade games are. Dude, I'm 33. I'm not like 16, dude.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're referring to the name you put in after
No.
you get a high score.
Oh, that's a really, really... Okay. Great point. Lawyered. You can say lawyered and do a little check mark if you want. Lawyered. Okay. So, if you had to create... I guess did you ever play games where you created like a character or some kind... Or
Sure.
you'd log in. Okay, so what was the name that you would... I know you wouldn't put Warren, right? I know you didn't. Don't? Okay. So what was the name that you would type in? I'm sure there's multiple, but what's the one that comes to mind?
I literally have I haven't played a video game.
It doesn't matter how long it's been, Warren. I can tell that you know. You're a really bad lawyer. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You're not a bad lawyer. You're not a bad liar. Maybe. Because you can tell. I can tell from the look on your face. Look at you right now.
I'm sorry. I can't think of anything.
What did your handle is what Jeff Sturgis says. What was your handle? What was the name that you typed in?
I don't remember ever doing that.
Was it W. Redlich? Was it Red...
That's what I do for like email and stuff.
Red
but I don't remember
Lickster? Was it like Red Licky? Was it?
No. The name I would put at the end of an arcade game is WAR.
War. Albert? Middle name Albert?
I
Alan?
don't have a middle name.
Okay. Really?
No. My family was too poor. We couldn't afford a middle name for me.
Oh, Jeff Sturgis, he said, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, hidden, because has a cuss word in it. He says BS. Another movie, yeah.
I I played like Doom. You didn't play. I don't remember choosing a
Warren,
name for the game Doom.
okay. If I were to reverse this video, I'm not going to because of my internet. But if I were to reverse it and I said, I know you didn't put Warren in there, you go like this. Like you shook your head no. What did you type in there? Come on.
No, I literally don't think I played games where you chose a name.
Hold on. How many more eye rolls do I need to do?
The last game I remember playing was Doom 3D.
No, let's talk about. Okay, continue.
I don't remember there being a point where you would put in a name for your character. Maybe there was. I just don't remember that. I played Doom endlessly, but I don't remember putting a name in. I don't know that was an option in the game Doom.
All right, so Anthony Scurry says Probs Tesla Dude 5000. Also, up above, Fred Jessup asked, okay, serious question, what will Warren's Cybertruck vanity plate say?
I don't do vanity plates.
Oh my gosh, yes. You gotta just think outside of your Warren box.
BYBRTRK? I don't know.
BYB, what is it?
BYBRTRK. For Cybertruck.
Hold on.
Like, it's hard to fit Apocalypse on a plate. Jeff, I don't remember playing Quake. I think the thing was after Doom, the 3D shooter, first-person shooter games, the interface got too complicated, and I just didn't like the games anymore once they got.
I can relate to that.
There's like you had to do too many different things to make it just got too complicated.
Too
Doom
distracting.
was really simple. Straight, right, left, back, shoot.
Did you ever play Zelda?
Probably. I think I did on
75-year-old Warren, can you think back to your youth?
A friend of mine had like a Nintendo, and I think we played Zelda on his Nintendo.
Have you ever played Mario Kart? Where you run over bananas?
I don't remember playing Mario Kart. I played Donkey Kong, and I played other Mario games,
Ooh,
but I don't remember if I played Mario Kart.
It's on like Donkey Kong, Warren. Okay, so did you have a nickname when you were growing up?
War.
Oh, W-A-R. That's okay. So you don't have to have a middle name. Now I get it. So War. Oh, all right. That's a good one. It's endearing, and it's shortened for your name. Let's see. Vanity plates. It is a Tesla meme. Non-Tesla people laugh at this. I don't have vanity plates. Lightspeed, by the way, I went and saw him race at the racetrack in his Tesla Model 3 Performance Edition.
Which racetrack?
It was Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park in Phoenix. On today's Monday. This was Friday night. Him and Mike Terrell are part of the Phoenix Tesla Club, owners and enthusiasts, and they kicked butt. They were so fast, Warren. They're on my YouTube if anybody wants to check them out. Hi, Jess. Hi, Warren, says Ace Dev 003. Burr, burr, burr. Doom on dial-up. Oh, tell me about... I remember dial-up. I know you do too, right?
I would install my own modem.
You did?
I installed the 2400 baud modem. Do you know what a baud is?
Why? I didn't even answer and you laughed already.
Do you know what a 2400 baud modem is?
More...
Yes, I used to BBS.
BBS, like text message? No? Oh my god, I'm not that young.
I'll have to Google that later.
BBS. Isn't that like a...
It's like Bulletin Board System, I think it stands for.
Oh. You played all the first person, Jessica Stream.
Yeah, David, I played Wolfenstein and Doom, and I stopped after Doom.
Lightspeed says that he could hear Jessica screaming from the stands. BDS is a sex thing. Huh. Bye, Tom in Space. Thanks so much for hanging. Appreciate it. Omato says his is ZMBRDY, Zombie Ready.
I do like zombie apocalypse movies, by the way.
Oh, do you? Let's hear some. What are some that you...
I can't think of any by name. I just sort of... What's the one with Denzel Washington? Is that Denzel Washington?
I like the one where... I think it's
Smith.
a rock. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
World War Z.
And the one I
like the concept of...
The earthquake one.
I like the concept of, like, dealing with society. I mean, I don't like that it would happen, but I like games... Lode Runner. I remember Lode Runner, but wasn't it LODE Runner? I don't remember. I like the concept of what we would do if we were confronted with an apocalyptic scenario. I think a lot of movies get it wrong, or I don't like the way they do them. I like the more like the as it's happening part of the apocalypse scenario rather than after. Yes, I Am Legend. I like the more like
I Am Legend's
how
good.
do you deal with it as the apocalypse is happening rather than like after it's happened. But so most movies are post-apocalyptic rather than during the apocalypse.
You probably
But if
can't
you watch
see
them-
this. Real
if
quick,
you saw-
Warren. This is from Philip Emanuele. His license plate. This license plate says Cybertruck, what you just said. Taken. Gotta come up with something
not
else.
Florida. Duke Nukem. I remember Duke Nukem.
Not in Florida.
I
Lawyered.
played Duke Nukem.
Lawyered.
Oh, Book of
Check.
Eli. Yes, Book of Eli was really good. But so we'd run out of bio on the toilet. No, what was the one? There was
Duke
this, like, this
Nukem.
is
I know Nukem Dukem, the gamer. Does that have to do with? No? No?
Duke Nukem was a video game.
Oh. Huh.
I'm pretty sure I played that one. So,
Love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
but so The Walking Dead starts after the apocalypse happened. Like this guy wakes up not realizing the apocalypse happened. It's a long story there.
Okay.
But Fear the Walking Dead had like the show starts off like and you know it's coming because you've watched The Walking Dead, so you know this is coming, and you see the apocalyptic scenario happening that as it happens. I thought that was. I'm not saying I buy the story the way they told it, but I just thought that was to describe to have it happen as it's happening. You know, not like you're in a world of zombies, but like the zombies start appearing all of a sudden.
Ooh.
Like,
Are you
and
afraid
how
of...
they start appearing.
Do you watch scary movies? Horror movies?
Not that much anymore. I watched them when I was younger.
I don't like them.
The original Friday the 13th, the
Blech.
original Halloween, those
Blech.
were good.
I don't like them. How do you feel about Chucky?
I didn't like that.
Thank
I did
you.
watch it.
Thank
I
you.
did watch it.
Oh
It
my
scared the
god,
hell out
it's
of me.
terrifying.
That was or Chucky was scary.
Because it's a doll,
What
right?
was that movie?
Yeah.
What was that movie?
I stream with some 3D printing live streamers, and one of them has a Chucky doll that moves its hands and talks, and he sets it right next to him.
I think I did play Commander Keen. What was the Chucky movie? What was the name of that movie?
I don't know. Chucky, I don't want to ever watch it ever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Zombieland's good. Zombieland's a good movie.
Terrifying. Yeah, I don't like horror movies. Yikes.
And there's
Okay.
this really cool zombie love story movie. I forget what it was called, but that was a
Oh,
good,
zombie love story. I
it was
could
like
see
it was like a
Softy
rom-com with a
Warren.
zombie.
Softy Warren's coming out. I can tell that you like rom-coms.
Sure.
Yeah. I like
just read
rom-coms.
I just read Matthew McConaughey's. Matthew McConaughey just published a book, Green Lights, I think it's called. That was a
Aw.
good book.
Is
It's
it?
sort of it's not an autobiography, but it's kind of autobiographical.
Okay, so here's a question. One day, when you are no longer on functioning in this element or whatever, what do you want people to remember you by? You can think about it. Take a second, think about it. It doesn't have to be one thing. It could be multiple things. It could be whatever. I'll give you time.
That's a good question. I don't have an answer to that question.
Child's
That's a really
Play.
good question.
Child's Play was the Chucky one.
Yeah.
The Chucky movie was called Child's Play. I think that's right.
My favorite space movie. I like the Star Wars and Star Trek movies.
I haven't seen any of them. None of them. Zero.
Favorite space movie. Spaceballs. Sure.
Spaceballs. I
You
like...
haven't seen, wait, you haven't seen Spaceballs?
No, I haven't seen Star Trek or Star Wars or Spaceballs, no. I'm not a movie person. I don't sit still.
But you don't understand
But I don't
Ludacris,
understand.
Speed and Plaid.
I don't understand, like, any of the references.
Okay.
I know. Wow, you just digested that. Normally people are like, but...
I never saw E.T.
Phone Home? I actually did see that movie.
Never
but
saw it. I went on the ride.
is Warren an attorney in Arizona? Lightspeed asks.
No.
No. Florida and New York, right? Licensed?
Yep. Well, my license in New York is about to go poof.
Space Jam. Welcome to the Space Jam. Did you ever see that movie? Isn't that Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Space Jam. All right,
there's a
all
new
right,
one.
all right.
I think there's a new one with LeBron.
Oh, LeBron. I love LeBron. Jessica, what do you like more, Tesla or SpaceX? I like Elon and all his ventures. Probably right. I love both, but SpaceX is the most it just is so exciting for me. So I follow Starship and all that stuff. Does Warren wish he lived in Arizona? Where are you getting at? What are you getting at here? Lightspeed.
If you don't mind me answering Jeff's question a little bit differently.
Go for it.
I love Elon. I'm an absolute Elon fanboy. I am most excited about, like, for Elon's companies, I'm most excited about SpaceX and Neuralink.
Yeah,
I think
Neuralink.
Tesla and Boring Company are really important for making life better on Earth.
Yeah.
But Neuralink expands humanity, expands human consciousness, and SpaceX expands us off Earth. So I think those are much bigger, like, exciting missions. I mean, it's good to make life better on Earth. Don't get me wrong. Tesla and Boring Company will make life better on Earth, but imagine the ability to go off the planet and imagine the ability to expand our consciousness. Warm Bodies. Was that it? Warm Bodies? That might have been it.
I should name a Starship Enterprise down the road.
So I think like here's, let's think big, okay? Are you ready to think big?
I love
have some fun with thinking big.
Okay. No. Wait, you didn't even let me finish.
Go.
Come on, Warren. You asked hypotheticals, okay?
Yes.
You have to do the long pause. You want to try it? Will you do it again? Yes. Warren one step ahead of me again. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I need a build up. I need a build up. Wear a mask, Warren, is something. Anthony, by the way, I really like your profile, your thumbnail. It's very pleasing to the eyes, the colors and. Okay, can you please start again and do a build up? Make my eyes big. Ready, go.
Are you ready to think big?
Yes, I'm ready.
Like super big?
So big.
Okay. So
wait,
know that
hold.
Neuralink.
Can you go? Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
So we know that Neuralink is supposed to help, like, a brain-machine interface, right?
Yes.
So, and Elon has talked about being able to save state, right? To be able to save your brain state. And, like, if you died, you would be able, if you ever read, do you read fiction?
I don't read. But you could right-click and save as.
Elon's favorite novel series is called The Culture Series by Ian Banks.
Oh, I thought it was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No. Ian Banks, The Culture Series. Read at least the first book. But read 2 or 3 books in if you can. So
not gonna
there's
happen.
This concept, there's this thought, there's this idea in Ian Banks' book called a neural lace, which is very clearly what Neuralink is coming from.
Okay.
So imagine you could save your brain state and then put your brain state into another entity, whether it's a biological being or an android.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now imagine we take Starship, or the next generation Starship, or the generation after that, and we send it out to the stars, and we populate it, we put robots that have human consciousnesses in them. Okay. And you're like sleeping until you get to the next star system, and then you wake up in an android body, and humanity's human consciousness spreads throughout the stars.
It's crazy.
By Neuralink enabling us to put our consciousness in bots. Yep. I have no idea what brand my glasses are.
Really? Where'd you get them?
I don't know.
Normally when somebody asks what they are, that means that they like them and they want to know, so they can maybe go get a pair for themselves.
52x18.
52 means the distance, or the width of them.
I don't see a brand. I think I got them at Walmart, to be honest.
Walmart's awesome. I love it. I'm on fire. Thanks, Amato. I'm not following at all. I love it. No, I'm totally following Stitch the Frenchie. I know all about Neuralink. I know all about Elon's companies. Most people may not realize that, but I'm pretty smart. I'm just going to throw that out there. But yeah, I'm a big follower. Neuralink yeah. So, who's watched 6 Day? Okay, so we've got the chat going. Warren, where do you cut your hair?
I actually cut my hair with clippers at home.
So do I. High five, virtual high five. Ready? High five. I love it. We've sword fought through the phone. We've high fived. We've sang. What else? I love it. You've juggled. I've shown my arms. Alrighty. This has been a really great time.
Total Recall's awesome.
We're coming up on 1 hour and 40 minutes. Wow, 36 viewers still with us. This is awesome. Thank you guys and gals so much for hanging out. What beer stitch you the Frenchie's just going to town with questions. I really appreciate you coming on, Warren. This has been so much fun.
I think there might actually be baby apparel. I think that might be an option
for your shirts.
I think.
Do you have any of your shirts, like any of your favorite shirts? Do you want to show them right now?
Not handy, no.
Darn.
It's elonbits.com. Elonbits.com.
Elon, let me put it in the chat.
Elonbits.com. I could do that.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Hold on. These are my new ones.
Very nice.
And then this is Starship 2020 edition.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Hold on, wait for it. Wait for it. Where's it at?
Stitch, you asking the color of my shirt? I think it's like a navy.
Eek. That's Elon's face again.
Uh-huh.
And then this one I was wearing earlier. Y'all mother effers need science. So I'm a big t-shirt person. I wear t-shirt and jeans and Chuck Taylors. That's pretty much it. If I have to dress up.
Yeah, I only wear t-shirts and cargo shorts.
You would wear cargo shorts. Are they from Old Navy?
I wear tactical cargo shorts, and probably some of them are from Old Navy, yes.
Okay, that's okay. I like Old Navy. It's totally cool.
It's cheap.
It's cheap. So you are a Pisces. I don't know much about astrology, but I really want to learn. Have you read Elon Musk, or the Ashley Vance book on Elon Musk?
I believe I did read it. It was a long time ago.
Long time ago, right. I've had to listen to it a couple times just to like catch everything.
You know what's really good is the Wait But Why blog posts on Elon Musk. Have you ever seen the blog Wait But Why?
I've heard of that. Can you put it in the chat?
I'll put it in the chat. Guy's name is Tim Urban.
Okay.
He has some great blog posts about Elon, about AI, about cryonics was a really interesting post.
This is how my brain works.
Yeah.
Are you a Post-it person?
No. I used to be.
And what happened?
I don't know.
You just changed. You grew out of it. 75-year-old Warren's like, no more Post-its.
But
okay.
There's this post on cryonics. Tim Urban writes these he hasn't written I think in a while. He wrote these really, really long form blog posts. Like I can't believe how long he writes them, but they're all really, really good. Tim Urban.
Wait, but why?
Yeah.
It's in my journal now. That means it's never going away ever again. Free to
read and highly recommended.
Okay. Ain't no Keith Urban though, says Anthony. Let's see. Oh wow! Oh, for the kitty, David L. $2 in Canadian. Thank you so much for the super chat. I want to give a ginormous. I can't even. Means ginormous. Thank you to you, Warren, for coming on my channel, especially like last minute. Not even last minute. I just, hey, Warren, you want to go live? And he's like, sure, yeah, I'll be ready. And so here we are. So, and thanks for your patience in the beginning of this, setting it up. You guys in the chat, thank you so much for engaging in the chat. We still got 39 people, 36, 39, 36. You know what, Warren, real quick. I'd like to give a disclaimer to the viewers that, and maybe you can back me up on this, but we can't see who's on the stream. We can just see the number of people.
Right.
Unless you're in the chat, right?
Right.
So I always encourage people to get in the chat. And recently I've had, get in the chat. That's right. So I appreciate everybody getting in the chat. Usually for my streams, I ask people where they're coming in from. Sometimes I'll ask what the time is or the temperature to just kind of like get things flowing. So if anybody's out there, oh, great interview, so fun. Yay, Fred Jessup, thanks so much. Yay, I'm so glad. If you guys enjoyed this, I've had a really, really good time. Emerald Oracle, what's up, man? Hey. This has been really great. Can we do this again?
Of course.
Okay, cool. You don't like making short-term stock price predictions. That's right. He's along.
For you though.
Go for it.
Come on my channel.
When?
And would you come on my channel? And if you did, what would we talk about?
Whatever. I'll come on your channel.
I think we would have to talk about SpaceX though.
We can talk about SpaceX. We could talk about Tesla. We could talk about AI. We could talk about Neuralink, Brewing Company, anything related to Elon.
Okay.
I'm in.
Because I don't tend to do this was more like a personal style interview. I don't
Right.
tend to do the personal style interviews.
Which
I
is-
tend to do more what
Yeah.
do you think about this topic?
All right. So are you guys cool? People in the chat? Should I go on
Well-
Warren's channel? Will you come watch?
What about the simulation hypothesis? Are you into the simulation hypothesis?
I mean, I'm totally into it.
'Cause
Yesterday.
remember we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons, right? We were talking about the people playing. So my question for you that we could talk about on my channel if you wanted to talk about it is, what if there were people in our world who were non-player characters, right? There's player characters that the gamers are playing, and then they encounter other characters in the dungeon, right? That are run by the game master.
Okay.
So
Like bystanders? Flies on walls?
well, no, they're like if you're playing a video game like Doom, and there's bad guys that you encounter and you shoot them. All the bad guys are non-player characters.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You're running around a video game and there's all these characters that are controlled by the computer that you encounter in the game. So what if we were in a world and there was somebody running a game
Okay.
and some of the people we encountered were actually run by the computer rather than actual people?
Oh.
And
Whoa.
then here's the big question. How would you know if you were a non-player character? Like, how would you tell who's a non-player character in the first place? And let's go to personal. You like the personal side, so you probably heard this about me before, but my mother has Alzheimer's.
Yes.
And
By the
like
way, can I pause you really quickly?
sure.
I just want to hug you through the screen because I know that it's not easy, and the fact I can't imagine what's having a parent that is in front of you, but it just doesn't have any memory of you or maybe events or stuff like that. So I know that this doesn't help, but I just feel for you. And I don't want to say I'm sorry because that, but my heart goes out to you.
I was well prepared for it.
N-
My grandmother had Alzheimer's. My mother took me to seminars to be ready for it because she thought it would
wow.
happen to her.
Oh, wow.
I think there's a thing, you call me 75 and I don't think you're wrong, but I think there's a point in life where you have to be an adult
Okay.
and you have to take you're probably not a fan of Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you are or not, but I think
I don't know
there's
who
this
that
point-
is.
Jordan Peterson is a Canadian psychologist who's very famous.
I love psychologists.
You might like watching. You might like watching some his videos. You might not like watching. He's a very controversial figure now for reasons that don't make sense to me. But
Okay.
but he talks about basically that you have to take on responsibility. That's an important part of being finding purpose in life is taking on responsibility. So I've taken a lot of responsibility on. And part of that responsibility is taking care of my mother and taking care of my kids. And you gotta pull your pants up and do the work that has to be done.
That's right.
So I was prepared for this. My mother helped me prepare for this. She was worried it would happen. It did happen, and I basically took on the task and took on the responsibility to take care of her. So what I was going to say though is, if you get into like full self-driving, right? What is one of the big tasks of full self-driving? It's image recognition, right? So today I took my mother to it's a long story. I took my mother to an appointment today, and we're driving along, and she sees a license plate. It says Indiana. And she says, "Indiana, what state are we in?"
Oh.
She doesn't know that we're in Florida. And I says, "Well, what kind of tree is that over there? Can you guess what kind of tree?" I asked her what it was. What kind of tree would be common in Florida?
A palm tree.
Palm tree. I pointed to a palm tree and I said, "What kind of tree is that?" And she had this blank stare. Her image recognition software has failed so much that she couldn't identify a palm tree. When I told her it was a palm tree, she said, "Well, we must be somewhere warm." So some part of the brain still functions.
Wow.
But I would say this, and this is a very harsh thing to say about my mother, but my mother is a non-player character at this point. My mother does not make, generally speaking, she does not make decisions she does not have free will. She is living in a very, very small world, and she does not remember what happened a minute ago.
Wow.
So it's an interesting question, like, if we were to identify who's a non-player character in this world, this is the kind of thing we could talk about on my channel.
I would love to talk about this. That's heavy. That's really heavy stuff. But thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That's heavy stuff. No, but it's, I'm using my
I like
mother as
I
the
like
example
that
of
you
this
talk about
dialogue.
it though. I'm a person. I'm not a surface level person. Like people who try to talk surface to me, I'm like, don't waste my time kind of thing. And I know that sounds bad, but like, it's not wasting time, but I'm just, you know, I like depth, I like conversation, I like this kind of thing. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no, but it's
makes sense. It's a really great analogy.
So, but there's this really, like, I get frustrated when people talk about artificial intelligence, and they're always like, do you ever hear somebody say, well, they'll never drive as good as a human?
Yeah, I hear it all the time, and I just
like, well, which human?
Yeah,
there's some really crappy human drivers.
I'm the first one to admit that I'm ADHD driver. Like, I'm the distracted one. I am distracted driving in my brain.
So, did you ever do books on tape?
Yes, I do that.
I tried to do books on tape, and I couldn't keep up with the book because I was distracted by the driving.
Okay,
it's
so
probably better to be distracted by the driving than to be distracted by the book. But I just found I couldn't follow a book if I did books on tape while I was driving.
All right.
Because I'm looking on the road all the time.
Yeah, so that's what I do on the way to and from Boca Chica / Starbase.
Yeah.
Is I listen to audiobooks. And sometimes I have to slow the speed down because it's something deep and I really want to, get it.
Do you like Matthew McConaughey?
I do.
Well, he's got a new book. I bet there's an audio version, and I have a hunch I know who the voice is.
Matthew McConaughey.
I don't know, but I'm guessing.
I bet it is. I get all my books from the public library.
Could you imagine if he had a book? If he had a book and he paid someone else to do the voice for his book?
Do you know David Goggins?
No.
Oh. No. Anybody in the chat know David Goggins? Because he has a book out and he paid somebody else to do his voice. And then they have a discussion about it after each chapter. He's not
an actor.
No, he's not. He's
not
from
a professional voice guy. I'm saying Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah. Oh gotcha.
Paid someone else to do his to read his own book.
It wouldn't make any sense because then you wouldn't hear the Texas. You got to hear the Texas in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
All right.
All right. I love it. Thank you so much, Warren Redlich. Everybody go check out his channel. I'm going to type it into the chat because I made it a shortened link for it. And I appreciate you coming on. We're going to do bit.ly/Warren-Redlich-YouTube. There we go. There's your shortened link. Everybody click on that. Hit subscribe. Let's get him to 52,000 subscribers. I'm not even at 5,000. 52,000.
Maybe it happened.
Maybe it happened.
It says 52.1 on here.
Oh, 52.1?
That's what it says on the channel.
Maybe really?
My channel shows 51,995, but when I look on Studio, it shows 51,995. When you look on the channel, it says 52.1. So
oh man, I don't know.
Maybe I lost subscribers because of you.
I'll take that, Brent. I'll take it. I'm good with that. Thank you guys so much. Thanks everybody so much. Warren, you have a new subscriber. Yay! Cool. Yeah, go subscribe to his channel. Hit notifications. He goes live often, and he'll ring in like it's like the chat. You can't even keep the chat on the screen. It goes so fast. So
yes, it's Sundays. My regular chat is Sundays at 1 p.m. East Coast time, so 10 a.m. West Coast time.
Okay, so let me type that in the chat so we can all remember. Sundays.
Live stream Sundays at 1, and then sometimes I get interviews. So I interviewed Jason DeBolt recently. That was really good.
That was really good. I was on that, and I streamed it to Clubhouse.
Oh, that's right. You streamed it.
Yeah. What time?
Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
1 p.m. So that would be... Are you at... What time is it there? 10? 19?
10:19, yes.
Okay, I'm 3 hours behind you. So that would be 10 a.m. I'm on... I call it Mountain Standard. There we go. And then I don't know what it is in Universal. Do you know what it is in UTC or GMI, or do you not do any of that?
I think they're 5 hours ahead of me, so...
Motivational speaker. Love it. Oh, they say they see 52,000. 52.1. Wow, cool. Awesome. Well, we are going to wrap this stream up, but I appreciate everybody. And, yeah, almost 2 hours. Thank you, everybody, so much. And anything to say, Warren?
No, we're good. Thank you very much for having me on.
Yes, thank you. And see you all on the next stream. Jessica Kirsh here. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Would love for you to come back. Also, hit notifications. Ding, 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 ding. I go live often as well. Love you all.